Hello everyone, it's the Beanz here again. There's a reason why I got all this on, and this is a story of Nanny, Burhuh. I remember when Nanny Whitlock used to go to Dad's to visit. I did have a picture taken with her when I was sitting on the sofa. We sometimes went up to her bungalow in Redditch. On the way there, I always felt as though they were about to pop, like as if we were on the plane. She offered us some ginger biscuits and marble cake that were both expired.
Would you like a ginger biscuit or would you like some marble cake?
They were still edible, though. She used to say such phrases like,
And I said to John, the factory's 2 miles.
and when the fireworks went off one time, she would go,
The world is ending.
because of the banging. I heard the one time that when she was a young woman, she got wolf whistled as she was riding a bike. The other thing she said as well was,
I would make you a lovely cup of tea, but I got milk failure.
I didn't know whether she meant she ran out of milk or whether the milk was off. I did hear the one story when she sang happy birthday to Uncle Cole in tears. She called him Carl, which she had called him Carly, which made her feel embarrassed.
Happy birthday to Collie.
She was very kind to both me and Callie, as she gave us £250 each to spend on. She sadly died in 2005, aged 85, due to an accident in the bathroom. When Cal and I were at the back of Dad's black Citroen, we heard Dad and Nate Whitlock talk to each other. We had a bit of a giggle at the back. At one point, she said something like,
For her, but
what I heard was,
Burhuh.
and that would be the catchphrase of a character that I created. I originally named the character after her, but due to family reasons, had to change the name. I finally settled on the name of Nanny Burhuh. With Dad's old phone, Callie recorded me doing the impression of Nan. I was doing a skit where I pretended that I was holding a walking stick, and I said my wobbly voice and awkward smile.
Get to bed.
On September 2004, Callie and I decided to do some skits involving the character in certain situations. The skits were filmed using webcam. That was way before we used our own phones for filming. Situations we got the character in were taking a photo at a photo booth, even though I accidentally said phone booth at the start. Calling a grandson at the phone booth to fix a bathroom. Doing an advert for bottled or tap water. Attending a fancy dress party. And taking part in a talent or dance competition. In the latter skit, I was wearing a purple dress and I put a pair of socks on each breast. The problem was the socks kept on coming down, so I had to keep on bringing them up, which was awkward. I didn't even know the actual words to The Power of Love by Frank Goes to Hollywood, so I repeated the words 4 times. If there was one skit that deserved much attention, it was the ketchup one. I did a bit of cock-up at the end of the skit. This is how it went. I was sitting in front of the computer. I banged on the mouse pad and yelled, "Ketchup!" As soon as the bottle was passed on to me, I went,
"I'll ask you once, I'll ask you again. Would you like some tomato ketchup?"
Kay said no. I banged on the mouse pad again with the bottle, and I asked the question again, which she again said no. This went on a couple more times. Around that time, I yelled the question, and then she yelled, "No!" back. As soon as she yelled the word, I was supposed to pretend to have a heart attack. But instead I just went, "Oh, you scared me." I did leave the heart attack part too late. At that point, I got frustrated. I was like, "Oh, give up." She went on my armpits like that. And she went, "You're not giving up." I then pointed at the clock that was on the wall. And I said to her, "Look at the time." That was because I had school the next morning and I wanted to go to bed. Because the outtake itself was funny, it was kept in and we didn't get to fix the skit at the end. And that was the story of Nanny Burhuh.
Burhuh.
So, till next time, Beanz out and
Bye bye, Burhuh.